right, I think we are live.
Woohoo!
Welcome back to Honor Among Thieves. We had a bit of an extended absence due to some scheduling conflicts and the beginning of summer kicking off, but we are back and the adventure will continue. As you will recall, we had a band of I was going to say a band of hardy adventurers, but let me rephrase that. A band of poor peasants
There you
that
go.
lived in a feudal village, and the party ended up going into a manor house to try and save a young princeling named Michael at the request of the master of the lands, a man named Henry Stenorian. However, those that survived until the end, many of them could not bring themselves to sacrifice Michael because it turned out to be a nefarious plot from his father to gain the favor of a demon that he bargained with and his family had been bargaining with for hundreds of years, named Corvusloth. Only one person kept their promise to Henry and was willing to sacrifice the child, and his name was Lafitte. And to the consternation of the rest of the party, Lafitte was willing to sacrifice Michael when the rest of the party wanted to do the righteous thing in their view and save Michael. The manor house ended up collapsing in upon itself in a cataclysmic battle between Henry Stenorian and Michael Stenorian, his son. But many of the folks, or a handful of the folks that began the adventure, survived. And those that survived now would have the ire of Henry Stenorian if there's any possible way that he survived the collapse of the building. But after the collapse of the building, the magical promises and boons that he had given the party, except to Lafitte, and also to Spindlehands, by virtue of being unconscious, those were all taken away. And soon after the destruction, the ragtag party decided that it was best that they leave their town, because if Henry came back, there would be hell to pay. So they set out upon the road to try and find some adventure after the collapse of their feudal lord and great uncertainty about their hometown. Well, Lafitte got into several disagreements and philosophical disagreements with the rest of the party. And he ended up hooking up with a traveling band of tinkers and traders and left. And there was a group. So the group of tinkers and traders had an elf traveling with them. And the elf befriended this group. He really wasn't interested in tinkering and sleeping out in these stinky wagons by all of these mules and horses and livestock that the menagerie was towing along. And so first, I suppose, let's get an introduction from our elf friend.
Yes. Hi. Elf friend is a reserved title.
Oh,
Don't get ahead of yourselves.
elf traveling companion.
Elf acquaintance?
Yes.
we are elf adjacent.
Elf adjacent.
But you should consider yourself welcome to call me Omoxidor.
Got it.
Omoxidor.
Omoxidor. I think I had a prescription for that once.
And I practice a higher form of magic. Some people call it useless.
All right then.
What do other people call it?
Higher.
Okay, got it.
Are
It's
you
like
other people?
it's abstract, you know. If you get it, you get it. If
That's
you
right.
don't, you
No,
don't.
there. I commune with my patron, and I study the mystical, and I keep the universe in balance, and it has no practical effect.
Well,
Ah, very good.
Omoxidor, I wonder if you have considered the spiritual boons you might get from becoming a follower of Melitok, the
I
god
will
of the
look.
carrion crow.
I will look into Melitok.
That you should. I'm happy to inform you about him. I was not a believer until I saw a giant raven take down an entire fortress. Well, I actually just saw the smoke cloud. I was unconscious when I heard the demon show. But anyway, I think you'd be fascinated to learn all about Malatok.
I will look into Melitok, as I said.
Gurney?
And this is a good opportunity, since you interjected, to introduce our good friend, for those that weren't following the first adventure, Spence Spindlehands.
Yeah, so Spence Spindlehand was a rope maker. He of dubious character, and it's actually kind of fortunate he was unconscious because we'll never know what decision Spence might have made about what to do with Michael because he was knocked out before he had to worry about making that decision. Um, he though was moved by what happened to him, and so now he is a cleric and a follower of Malatok, who is a chaotic god. So, you know, metagaming, think about your alignment and what good I can be to you.
Very good. Well done, Spence. What about our dwarf friend Gurney?
Hi. I was a miner and did the digging kind. And I'm fairly excited to be going out on adventures. Actually, I think this means that I'm ironically the only person who Lord Stenorian did in fact grant the wish of. My wish was to be something greater than a miner. And now
Oh,
here I am, a hero.
nice.
Yes, and Gurney made a lot of key decisions, and was sort of the um, spirit, the conscience backbone of the group, and also made some very pragmatic decisions. And by virtue of her performance in the manor house and Lafitte taking his arrogant self and moving in a different direction, Gurney sort of has become the de facto party leader at this point. And many people look to her. However, that is not including Amoxidor, who just joined. We have no idea what he might think about a stunty trying to tell him what to do. And then finally, in our group, we have Master Clangus.
I too used to be a miner, and then I grew up. It saddens me that you will no longer be collecting ore for our party, as you know I could fashion it into a beautiful suit of pristine steel regalia for you, as everybody knows my greatest purpose is to craft the ultimate set of armor. And after my time of being on death's door, laying at the floor near the entrance of the Stenorian Manor, as a great manner of things happened down below, it saw fitting that the three fates would decide my time had not yet come and send me back. I believe it is they who imbued me with this second chance to see my purpose fulfilled, to create the ultimate set of armor. And so until then, I will pay homage to them in my new career as a powerful sorcerer and wizard, hoping that the arcane abilities that they have bestowed unto me will allow me at some point to finally imbue metal with a sense of purpose and power, the likes of which has never been seen in this land. Until then, I travel with all of you because, well, I don't know. Seems like a good idea, I guess.
So your ambition is to make a suit.
The
The best suit.
best suit of armor that this land
Wow, okay.
A
has
really good suit.
A
ever
really,
seen.
really good suit that'll
But-
hold the pull the room together.
And I will tell you this before we set out into our great voyage. Of course, a great craftsman needs his assistance, and pursuant to that, the three fates have gifted me with the insight to be able to gather the dedication of a being, an animal, to my will. And so as we travel, please, all of you, I implore, keep your eyes out, for I seek a great small creature who may assist me in my duties with the hammer and the anvil.
There's a chipmunk.
Oh! Come here, you!
What about that squirrel?
Be bent
What,
to
does
my
it
will!
rustle out?
Just there's some sort of local squirrel equivalent.
It's getting away! It's getting away from me. I'm not quick enough.
There's a robin.
Master Clangus, are you of the human variety for our new viewers, or are you a stunty?
No, Master Clangus, being a wizard, is definitely one of the tall folk. He is a neutral
That's
human wizard.
Got it. Very good. Nicely done on the Clangus. So, since everybody that survived the Peasants Fell Bargain leveled up to the first level, I believe that we are all due to make a hit dice roll.
Woohoo.
Yes. Sweet D8 for cleric.
I'm terrified.
D10 for a dwarf.
I got a 6. Not bad.
Not bad.
D4.
I got a
for
2.
wizards.
Fairly
D4,
bad.
right? Or are elves D6? Wait.
Wizard is D4. Elf. Elf page. I don't know what page. 1D6. You're correct, Adam.
Nice.
All right. The D4s are always hiding. Oh, that's a 1. Luckily, I had a lot of hit points from 0 level, so we'll make do.
I got 3 on my roll.
If only you could burn luck on your hit point roll.
Molotok was with me. That's all I can say.
Very good.
The three fates have determined that I be brittle for this adventure, and I will rise to the occasion. Determinism is a wonderful excuse for not complaining about any circumstances that are bestowed upon you.
I want you to use your wits.
Exactly.
Clearly, that is the best possible outcome.
As it is, so it shall be.
So, fleeing from the ruins of the Stenorian Manor and being up in the beginnings of seriously dangerous mountain passes, where the manor itself was perched upon for defensive purposes, you go back away from the manor and toward town. And the hills get smaller, and then you get to the town where there's the farm fields where you grew up, and you set out across the plains in a direction that Lafitte tells you that you should be able to eventually run across some caravan routes where people bring things. So for a couple of weeks, the ground is very flat and completely sparse, and almost no settlements of any type. Potentially, occasionally, you may see a copse of forest where the ground is a little bit more fertile, and there might be a logging, encampment. But for the most part, you travel several leagues, and finally, after a week or two, 10 days, the days just roll together. After you pick up a Moxidor and continue on that path where the caravan was moving in the opposite direction, the hills begin to roll a little bit more. It's not as flat, and it is not as arid. And you see ahead of yourself a village Smoke coming from some chimneys. You see a smattering of buildings, and you can see the telltale pattern of agricultural blocking and with hedges between properties. And you're like, oh, okay, here we are. And there's a small ragtag sign with an arrow pointing toward the settlement, and it says Lush Fern.
Let's stop here and take some rest.
That
Very good.
that sounds nice. And I'm wondering if Master Clangus, do you think that maybe that I see a sort of donkey over there. Would that donkey be your magical companion?
Look at that sign there with the picture of the hammer on it. Do you think a fellow smithy operates out of this tiny little hamlet? Perhaps we may go and exchange trade secrets. I will be off henceforth. I will see you momentarily.
Wow.
Ooh.
He does love his business.
What
So
did you
all
say?
you
You said
know-
that... No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's right. So you begin, walking with purpose, and you want to go see if there's a smithy. You definitely see smokestacks. You also see barns for grain storage. You see animals. There's chickens. You see some hogs, some mules. There's a horse or two. Oxen for pulling plows. But you notice the one disturbing thing that you sort of notice is the crops look very wilted and arid, as if they lack rain. Everything seems a bit too dry. And you enter into the center of town, and there is a small ale house / boarding house. And behind it, you see situated a mill, a grist mill, obviously for, creating wheat for bread and grinding grains. But the wheel is not turning. And as you peek in, you see that the riverbed is much larger than the trickle of water that is trickling down the middle, as if the river has dried up.
Mm.
And as you are gazing, standing and looking around, and just about ready. And you also do see a very small smithy, and you do find a sign, Clangus. You see the hammer, anvil, telltale sign of a smithy, and you can hear the ringing of somebody working in the smithy. But approaching you is a short, severe looking woman with silver gray hair tied back in a very tight bun. And she approaches you with authority.
How short?
Zero fear.
How
Yeah,
short?
go ahead.
Like dwarf short or like human short?
No, human short,
No. Okay.
but not too much taller than you. To be fair, like 5 foot tops.
Mhm.
A little bit round, with work clothes on, and like I said, a very severe gray bun and a look of determination upon her face. And she approaches you, and in an authoritative speech, she says, "My name is Bettina Featherstone. I am the miller, the owner of the mill, since my husband passed away, and I am also the acting elder of the village. And look at you lot. What brings you to Lushfern, especially equipped as you are?"
We come seeking knowledge.
We come seeking adventure.
Yeah,
We
we're
come-
here to help.
We come seeking proficient animals.
Well, very well then. because I have need of people that are looking for something to deal with for me. And although we don't have a great deal of wealth, I have the ability, if you could solve my problem, to distribute 70 gold pieces among you.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. And I mean, I wonder if you'd be interested in a silken pillowcase.
I'm afraid that I have no need of a silken pillowcase, as I am the miller operator. However,
I will
there is
give you 2 gold for the silken pillowcase.
Oh,
What are you looking for, ma'am?
well, as you may have noticed, our crops are withering, and my mill is not turning. About 10 days ago, the Sweetwater River, which provides us throughout generations with bountiful water and harvests, has dried up. We have no idea why, and none of our people have ventured up to the headwaters. It's known that up in the Harrow Hills, there are rumors of strange noises and strange creatures and ghosts and ghouls and goblins and whatever else might be up there. But about 10 days ago, the river simply stopped flowing within a very short period of time. In a matter of hours, from sunrise to sunset, we went from completely normal circumstances to dry.
This is
A
ill.
fortnight.
From
Mhm.
his throne of mist and ice, the Elf King will not have this.
Ah,
We,
well,
we
that
will
is very good.
I will go on first light and solve this problem.
So, approximately a fortnight ago, just before the troubles began, one of our hunters, Elwood Mudgeons, left on a normal routine hunting excursion. And he's one of the only ones that goes up into the Harrow Hills, which is upstream of here. And he should have been back within 2 or 3 days, and he has yet to return. So I beg you, seek him out as well. Perhaps you will find the source of the difficulty here with the river and Elwood Mudgeons. There could be a bonus thrown in. Elwood might have something for you if he is to be rescued. But you see that without the water, and she's pointing out, and you can see that they've done a lot of engineering, and probably, like she said, generations upon generations, because the hedgerows between all the fields are tall and thick and look ancient. And there are channels dug from, ancient channels dug from the river in laterals that go out to water all these fields. And they're all dry. And without rain, the river is the only thing that can save the town. So she tells you that, I fear for starvation during the winter and famine if we do not get this solved. So she offers you 35 gold to split amongst you, and 35 more upon your successful return.
Clangus, when you checked the smithy, did it seem like he had any? Probably not the kind of armor you would like to build, but I could use just something basic. I'm just still wearing my rope maker tunic, and I would really like to have something a little heftier before we venture up there. Did he have any of that kind of stuff?
Judge, would you like me to roll for anything related to how good our pickings of armor is looking like in the small village of Lushfern?
So I can already tell you what
Mhm.
is available without rolling.
Aha.
So there is not only the smithy, but there is a tanner. So there is hide armor, leather armor, and 1d3 potentially studded leather armors. And then to see chainmail possibilities, you're going to need to make a luck check.
I'll go ahead and try that, but my luck did not come out of.
No, I mean, it doesn't have to be you. I would pick the person with the best luck.
All right, who's got the best luck?
The armor smith looks for the armor. My luck is 9.
Quite
11.
possibly me.
Ah,
But
elf.
I care not for things of iron and base metal.
But
But I will
luck.
I will look. Yeah, I failed that luck check. I'm sorry.
Your heart wasn't in it.
My heart was not in it. All
Well,
they have is iron stuff. I don't know. It looks like crap.
So hide leather and studded leather and shields are also, of course, available.
Can't wizards wear padded? No, nothing.
Oh, wizards can wear anything they want.
they just take a massive.
Just look at your spell check penalty.
I'm looking back.
It's called just look at check penalty.
I'm looking back at the equipment table. Yeah.
Related to that, since venturing out of our starting town, is it possible we have accrued any weapons, or do we still have whatever we were using at the manor?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. That's all part of it. So everybody should roll your normal money for your first level character. Adam, I think you probably already had some,
Yeah.
but everyone else should look at a first level character of your type and then roll your first level money.
Woohoo! Money.
And then you will be able to, oh, Martin,
Yeah.
another thing that I forgot. So in town here, you have to do the luck check for that particular blacksmith.
Yeah.
However, the caravan that you guys encountered where Amoxidor joined you, there may have been stuff on that caravan. And I'm basically going to say, whatever you guys have money to purchase, you could have purchased in the caravan.
I'll stick with the hide armor I got. I like it.
Okay.
Do we want me to start a party kitty and we'll just say we have the 35 gold pieces in that, or do we want to split it up?
I don't care about keeping track of money. I trust you.
Yeah, let's just keep it.
Because dividing it up is going to be annoying, in my opinion.
Would
so
you
I'll just...
would you like Spence to hold on to?
Spindlehands would probably be happy to hold on to it for you.
On the other hand,
Oh,
that's
no,
not
I
a good
trust the
idea
snake.
either.
All I have to do is waggle my fingers. You get so nervous.
We don't actually have any doubt about what your plans were regarding the boy.
You just happen to get lucky enough to be knocked unconscious.
You'll never know. Never know.
You know what? I think of when you do your Spindlehands, I envision the creepy, untrustworthy doctor from Lost in Space. The one that wasn't part of the family.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Always
see that.
looking for an angle. Yeah. All right. So does everybody have the ability to make purchase? So you take a quick few minutes and make purchases that you think you may need to travel up into the Harrow Hills.
So I'm actually really struggling to look up what my money die is as a dwarf.
Oh,
Oh,
yours
Be in the wrong
is
section of the book.
5D,
Yep. No, right.
5D12. It's on page 70.
Fabulous. I am in the wrong section, and I will roll that. That's quite a lot of rolling. That's going to be a big number.
Mm-hmm.
Could be 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5d12 gold is that could be well spent. And I would encourage you to spend with some of those hit point rolls that I heard. Equip up.
Yep.
What are you saying?
Ah. Lovely.
I find that a strong offense is the best defense.
Oh, very good.
You'll notice that this elf has a huge double-handed sword across his back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
So then my starting weaponry I should pay for out of this amount I just rolled, as well as some armor right now.
Yep,
Absolutely lovely.
Yep, anything that you didn't
Thank
get
you.
from the last adventure, yeah.
I didn't get anything from the last adventure. I just lost things.
You got
And
experience.
friends.
You can't put a price on that.
You got a story that you can tell your granddwarfs.
That's right. You
So-
can't put a price on
The
experience.
fall of the House of Stenorian. I was there, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Now I know wizards. I know it says in the wizards proficiency section of their class description that they rarely wear armor because it inhibits their spell casting. Padded
Yep.
armor does not have a check penalty value. So I'm curious.
So then it doesn't have any effect then.
Yep, go to it.
Just some light
Go to
pads
it.
to turn this 10 AC to an 11 AC for what small amount that might be worth.
You just took a couple of silk pillowcases and padded them with some chicken feathers, hung them around your neck.
Well, surely you're ready.
Yes, I feel very protected.
And sleepy.
I think it's too bad that you don't really believe in your magical powers enough to like forego the armor.
It's embarrassing, frankly.
Mm. The three fates have ordained that I have been bestowed with many powers, but the power of improving someone's defensive capabilities is one that I must leave to my fellow expert tradesmen. I'm sure one of these days a true craftsman of the smithy, perhaps even myself, may fashion an uninhibiting piece of armor that can be worn while I do my strange runes and powerful incantations. But that day is not today.
Perhaps you should
Wow.
play Steward of Mithril Mountain. Anyway,
I think Master Clangus sounds a little bit like Mayor Quinn.
Winston Churchill.
That's not Vincent.
Mayor Quimby or Winston Churchill.
I guarantee you that I am my own man, and you may not force any personality on me other than the one that the three fates choose for me, and through them I choose for myself. Spencer.
Spencer Spindle Hands. That's
Don't you
I didn't know
spindle
that's-
those hands at me.
Spindle those hands at me. All right, are we all kitted up?
everybody kitted up.
I am ready for adventure.
We surely must rest and head out in the morning.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah, that's a good. What time of day is it? That's a good point.
Oh, after we've done all this,
Hey, Shirley, what time is it?
mid-afternoon, time for you to get a watch. Anyway, so they'll give you a free meal. You're the toast of the town at the moment. They're all wishing you well. You can rack out. You've been racking out on the trail, just in traveling, blankets or whatever. You can sleep in the mill. That way, she offers to let you sleep in the mill because it would only be appropriate that you paid. You're welcome to stay in the inn or the ale house, but you'd have to pay for that because that's their bread and butter. So if you
I
don't
will
want to
pay for bread and butter. Thank you.
okay. So you guys each, whatever that would be, probably 1 gold for all.
Well,
a
I'm not
couple of
sharing
copper.
my room. Silk pillowcases were mentioned.
Like I have some fine silk pillowcases.
How about I
guess.
deduct 4 gold pieces from the party kitty?
Okay, and you want to buy one of my silk pillowcases?
I do.
All right, 2 gold. You got it.
All right,
And
we're down to
I have-
30.
I do have 2 left, Gurney and Clangus.
That seems excessively decadent.
Yes, but aren't you worth it?
I am.
No.
I find value in toughening up my neck muscles against the hard surface of a rented, crappy tavern pillow. It builds
Good.
character.
Tavern pillow.
When
Spent
will it start, do you
Spindlehands, and
suppose?
he had a roommate in college named Mike Lindell, and it's nothing's ever been the same. Don't you deserve this silk pillow?
Okay.
So the next morning, if everybody is feeling good,
So
signs of
good.
the river's decline are everywhere as you move out of town. You head into the hills, and water flows sluggishly down the center of the dying bed of the creek or the river. Now it's just a trickling creek. And it's not long before the landscape begins to turn even more bleak. As you work up into the Harrow Hills, one of the things that you notice is that clearly the path that is cut by the river is somewhat of an oasis in a more arid landscape. And the lack of water down the middle of, the lack of the full water is already beginning to wilt and sag the reeds on both sides. It hasn't got to the point yet where you see all of the willow trees and the sycamore trees, these large trees with roots deep in the ground. They all seem to be green, but clearly the stuff on the banks is dried and looking distressed. And outside of that, the landscape is a little bit more arid and scrub brushy than a thick arboreal forest.
The land cries out for our attention.
It does.
He mentioned another traveler. Are there any signs of other, is there signs of travel?
Give me perception, whoever
right.
would like.
Oh, that's intelligence. I actually am not bad on that. No, that would be a 6.
Okay.
It seems like no one's come this way in months, if not longer.
Yes. So what another thing that you notice is that there is no established road for human transport. It looks mostly like wildlife trails that run parallel to the river, and that you assume hunters or woodsmen would probably follow the animal trails. That is not a man-made road for carts or any such thing. It really is sort of the end of the line at Lushfern as far as traveling up into the Harrow Hills. The people of Lushfern, except for, like Elwood Mudgeons or hunters that hunt in the surrounding wilderness, no one else goes that way. All of the traffic would be south of the Harrow Hills, the direction in which you came from. Thick clouds begin to blanket the sky as the day moves on toward afternoon. And you realize that you believe it's going to make the night exceptionally dark because the sun is being clouded over, and you make the observation that even if there is a full moon, I don't know what the moon cycle is, but it will be hidden. So it's going to be very, very dark. And you guys begin to discuss making camp. And I got to take a quick break, discuss about your camp situation and if you're going to have, guards on duty and what order you're going to be in. Be right back.
Right.
So do you humans insist on having a fire the whole night?
Well, we don't have to. I can actually, if Malatok is with me, I may be able to summon a magical feast out of thin air with my hands. So,
Right?
but if we don't have a fire, it will be very dark.
Yes.
Quite suitable.
I can't see in the dark.
Can you
That's
fashion?
why I asked if you required fire.
Can you summon drinks? I'm in need of a Molotov cocktail.
I like your sense of humor. No.
Thank you. Oh, well, now I'm disappointed.
Oh, actually, no. It will. Yes, it will. It will summon food. you may just get like a White Claw or something. I don't know.
That's probably fairly low alcohol content for it.
It could be. But I do think we need a fire because otherwise I can't be on watch.
Fair enough. Then I would suggest that you two humans are the first two watches, and then we deaden the fire, and then the two of us watch.
And I will sit at the edge of the fire's perimeter so it doesn't like make me like night blind. So I'm just sort of like staring out past the fire. Do you want me to see? Here it goes. I'm going to cast my first magic.
Oh,
Okay. Does
Whatever
that mean
happens.
you're rolling the manifestation?
Oh, that's right. I will be. You're right. And whatever happens, we're going to tell Lance that I rolled a 20.
perfect.
Got it.
Okay, so here comes the spell. Ooh, actually, I rolled a 19. And I have a
That's
bonus
highly
on that.
suspicious.
I create enough to feed 15 people.
Well, that's excessive.
Water, food. Okay, and here comes my manifestation. Oh, it cocked? Come on. All right, 4. Inedible substances such as wood, stone, and dirt are transformed into edible substances. So it's like we were all sitting around the fire. I cast the spell, and some of the scrub brush. Thank you, Jeff. I'm feeling good. Some of the scrub brush like turned into like a fondue fountain.
Ooh,
Nice.
Like some
lovely.
cheese fondue, and yeah, probably will attract bears. And we do have some water, and yeah, so that was a pretty good first spell. Molotok is pleased with what we are doing.
Excellent. So as you sit around the fire, it is a black abyss outside of the firelight ring. No stars, no moon, pitch blackness outside of the glow of the campfire. And from somewhere in the middle of what would be the river, and certainly the riverbed here, you hear a strange buzzing sound. And staring into the gloom, you can spot a shape just on the edge of the reach of the glow of the firelight. And is it a hawk? A vulture? It looks pretty large, and it's hovering. It stops and hovers in place, which most birds can't do, out there at the edge of the firelight. And then you see a quick flash of silver coming up from the creek bed, plucked up into the air, and then the buzzing recedes, and the silver's gone, and the shadowy object is gone.
Yeah, is that Master Clangus? Was that perhaps the magical creature you've been waiting for?
Perhaps I should go investigate. And I'll walk
It is
a little
awfully
bit.
dark out there.
I'll walk right to the edge of the campfire's light radius and stare off into the distance. And do I see anything of intrigue? I'm guessing I just see blackness and can think about what could have been if I would have been quicker.
Yep. And yeah, you ask yourself, do I still hear a buzzing? No, it's in my mind. It's too faint. Yes, and then just the silence of the evening, the chirping of some bugs. It's not supernaturally quiet. There's normal sounds of crickets and insects and frogs. Not as many frogs as you would think you would hear, but also the water's dried up. So who knows what those poor things are doing, being amphibians. But you come back to the fire, and eventually, after your satisfying meal, everyone's getting ready to retire. And do we have a
I just would like to say I'm certainly not eating the shrub bush derived chaos feast.
What?
Lembus?
It
What do
came
you-
from
It is, yes.
It is the food of the gods. Literally, my gods made this food, and you don't even want it, Amoxidor?
I have spent some time in thought and research, and I've found your god to be a pittance and wanting.
Yeah, but when you're hungry, my god feeds you.
The three
Yeah, well,
fates.
brought some food.
The
All right.
fates have brought us all together here, us with this strange practitioner of the arts of this food-creating god, and yet you spurn the offer. I find this
Right.
rude. Rude.
The god of Applebee.
I'm eating it.
We do have, Lance, we do have a watch order. We're starting with the humans first, so it's going to be Clangus, and then Spence, and then, I don't know, which one of you humans is going up first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. Give me a D20 roll.
Who? Anybody?
Whoever's first in the watch
I did
order.
it.
We're just
Yeah, let the cheese dice roll.
I got a 15.
Woohoo!
That's fine. Who's next in the watch order?
Oh, I was third in the watch order. I just was excited to roll.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. They said the humans are going first. All right.
I'll be first in the order. Yep. All right, it's a 15.
Okay.
All right, here I come.
Spindle hands.
18.
Very good. And a Moxador.
Moxador rolls. Is this modified by luck?
Yes,
That's a 10.
everything is fine. The night passes uneventful. Not the buzzing does not return. Normal animal sounds only. And by the early morning, as the embers of the fire are dying down, to be stoked, maybe to try and make a breakfast, the warmth of the sun shines out, and the clouds have begun to disperse. And as you pack up camp and begin moving upriver again, not much has changed in what you've seen. You do start to see some animal tracks, no human tracks, but there is wildlife. And the sun eventually around noon begins to shine brightly and heat up. And you're heading further into the Harrow Hills. The water, though a little more trickle, looks clean and pure. Nothing seems to be strange with it, and it shimmers in the light as you're walking. And most of you are, looking about, looking around, also looking down, especially when you start to see different animal tracks. None of you, or perhaps a Moxador, but no one else really had any kind of a trapper or hunter as a background.
I should just bring up that I was born under the sign of a 4-leaf clover.
Okay.
And so I do have a bonus to find secret doors if that
Nice.
comes up, which
Excellent.
is handy on top of the elf bonus. Right. So anyway,
Wow.
and not saying that works against whatever you're hinting at, but secret doors.
Well, what you come across about halfway through your trek, coming in from the edge of the creek, very pronouncedly and fresh, are a bunch of deer tracks. Obviously, deer tracks. From the looks of it, it's a group, and one of them looks to be pretty hefty, because you can see the imprints of the back hooves in addition to the two front hooves, which indicates a heavy animal that's feet are flattening out. Just something to consider. And eventually they come down from the edge. They stop and mill around, clearly drinking water, like, oh, they've stopped here, and then they continue up around the bend.
Oh, Maxador, are you above eating venison as well? Perhaps this might be a good meal for you.
What do you mean above? There's nothing fine.
It didn't seem to like. It seemed like food of the gods wasn't good enough for you. If you don't want food from the gods, would you like it from a deer?
Let's not lump all of the gods into one paltry bin, shall we?
You're saying
So the feeling out of new party members continues. I wouldn't necessarily call it bickering, but it's borderline on bickering. And you come in a big sweeping arc where the river makes a turn, and you're going down, I assume, the middle of the river, where the little trickle is, and you make the turn and you pause. Whoever's leading puts a hand up like shush, and you see a pastoral scene. So you have found the venison. So there's a large white-tailed deer, a buck, with a big giant antler rack, quite gorgeous. There's a relatively large, slightly smaller, but a large full-grown doe, and they have two fawns nibbling around the edge of the water, drinking a little bit, and they're all just standing there in the middle. And somebody steps on a branch, or the wind shifts slightly and your scent goes to the deer, and all of them become aware of your presence. And they do like deer do. They all turn toward you, heads like right at you, ears out flat, trying to pick up what they just heard. You can see that they're trying to sniff. They're licking their snouts to try and moisten to catch any scent of you. They're staring right at you, and the females, the doe's tail is about straight out. It's not completely flagged up in alarm yet, but it's pointing out, so they're aware. And then the buck or the stag stamps once in the ground. None of you move, and he stamps again, and then
We can just leave him alone.
somehow he pinpoints you, and instead of sprinting away or bounding away with their tails high in the air like you would expect them to once they know that there's a threat,
It's just deer.
the buck lifts his head, and coming out of his jaw, he opens his mouth wide, which deer do not normally do, and his jaw actually like distends open, and a snarling maw of a wolf with huge slavering fangs comes out and howls. And the same thing happens with the others. The doe, a wolf snout comes out of the mouth, and she howls. And then the two smaller ones, they have smaller wolf mouths that come out, and they sort of yip because they're not full grown yet. And they bound at you. And within 2 bounds, I mean, they bound like 16 feet at you once, twice, and they are upon you. They are just full speed charging at you with the slavering wolf mouths out. Roll for initiative.
Whoa. All right.
All right, roll that
monstrous
D20.
things.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, what do we got? We'll
11.
start with Martin. Spence Spindlehands.
Ben Spindlehand is 11.
Okay, Clangus.
15.
Ooh.
Okay, Gurney.
19.
And Amoxidor.
Amoxidor will wait until the appropriate time to act.
Understood.
That's a 1.
I love Amoxidor's savvy.
My
I'm gonna
God.
wait and see what develops here.
On
Gurney,
purpose.
roll another D20 straight up, unmodified. Me and you.
Great.
Don't worry, I rolled a 1.
15.
That will be you then.
Great.
Phew.
Gurney, you're up.
How unfortunate. I mean, not unfortunate. I definitely know all of my stats in order to roll for combat.
So you get, do you have a shield? I hope,
I sure do.
because
I
you
have
get your extra
Warhammer.
shield attack.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you get a
Oh,
shield.
yes, you will.
Yes, I thought that mechanic sounded really cool as I was perusing the book, and now that I have to actually operate that mechanic,
Did you find a D14?
no. I'm afraid just everything is revealing me to be a D&D player. I have the classic 7.
Well,
Oh, do not worry. You can just simply roll a d20 and everything that is not appropriate, you just ignore it.
All right, just re-roll if I roll above a D20.
Now yeah,
D14.
so now I don't think Amoxidor is going to, he's probably going to tell me that that's not technically the same statistical probabilities, but perhaps it is.
Is
My
that
math skills.
Amoxidor or Adam?
I guess that would be, I think either one. Adam definitely, but Amoxidor seems like he's pretty uppity too. So
Amoxidor would probably tell you that there is some difference in the statistics.
did the King of
all
Elfland
right,
tell him that?
Gurney,
That's right.
All right.
they
Can one of
bound.
you?
So yeah,
the
they just-
D14 for my
all of them-
shield.
Yep, that'll be a D14 for your shield.
For the shield attack, but you get a 20 for your other weapon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it. I'm doing the shield first because it's the mechanic I'm less familiar with.
Okay.
I also
And
think
you-
it makes sense to bash their face away and then hit them.
Nice.
I
But-
like this idea.
So you also get your mighty deed die.
The deed die adds to your roll for the 14.
Okay.
And your deed
I
die is probably
have
a
just rolled 4
D4.
times above a 14. So it's going to really suck when I roll with my main weapon, a 5. And that's a 20.
Oh.
Eventually I'll roll under a 14. That's another 16. But all right.
Stop!
this
You're
is
I think I'm
painful.
using up all my luck. Great, a 7. That's under 14.
And then roll a D4.
Fabulous.
That's your deed die.
And that's a 1.
Okay, so the deed does not go off, but that's an 8 total to hit.
Yep.
How do you feel about your 8 to hit with your shield?
Well, I'm most certainly not giving up any luck for it.
And tell me, were you hitting the guy with all the horns, his mate, or one of the little ones?
He was in the front, yeah? So it would have been him, and it would have been the target of bashing his face away.
Okay. I'm afraid that your 8 is not going to be enough to accomplish that.
That's fair. I'm now going to roll a d20. I'm going to roll an 8 and see if I hit with my Warhammer.
So does she roll a different D4, or does she keep the same one for the whole round?
I've heard it both ways. I have no qualms about rolling it again.
Well, I did actually literally roll an 8. So +1 is 9, plus, let me look at my modifier, plus another 1 gets me to 10.
So how do you feel about a 10?
I'm leaving a 10.
That will also not be enough.
Does
So
all check out.
it's just a flurry of antlers and wolf snout banging on your shield, and I mean you're making contact, but he's quick, so no real hit there.
Excellent.
And as you're occupied with him, the fawns, the little ones, are scrapping around, nipping at everybody's
The
kneecap.
fawns?
The fawns?
Hey!
Yes, exactly, the fawns. All right, and the fawns goes, the one fawn.
No, he's
goes
approaching us
after
rapidly on his water ski. Run!
Spence Spindlehands gets nipped in the
What?
knee to the tune of a 17.
What?
Nope, sorry,
To
a
hit?
16. A 16 to hit Spence.
16 does hit me.
Okay,
Well, yeah.
for 1 point of damage.
Okay,
Oh, poor Spence.
I'm down.
nips you in the knee. The other fawn,
Did you just say I'm down?
Gurney,
Healer, no.
one of the fawns nips at your kneecap, and fumbles.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Great.
Uh-oh.
Of the gate. Okay, so this little fumbler.
Ben Spindlehands has learned the gift of feigning unconsciousness in any battle that seems to be going against him.
Mm, the possum technique.
Yes, exactly.
So, he nips at your knee, but almost nips his own knee, stumbles a bit, and looks around stupidly. And the doe, who sees this, begins to cackle out laughing from her wolf mouth like a hyena.
Wow.
That's not very supportive.
Because it was such a pathetic display of an attempt by her offspring to attack you.
Nice job,
That-
Bambi.
That
It's
fawn is going to
Clangus.
be that fawn is going to be in therapy later.
Yeah.
Yep. Clangus.
All right. So Clangus's eyes begin to glow, and he finally has a chance to bust out his magical powers. I've been waiting for this. He draws out the short sword that he just bought from the town, and he imbues it with energy from his other hand, casting Blade of Atropos. The manifestation. I guess we'll see if it succeeds, and then roll a manifestation if it does. All right, that is... Oh, goodness gracious. Wizards get wizards get their caster level added to the spell checks, right? And that just barely succeeds. So for the manifestation for Blade of Atropos, it crackles with magic. Electric blue spider webs are crawling up and down the blade, a crazy lightning pattern. And the sword now is magic and will be stronger when I swing it on my next turn. So I point it threateningly at the fawns.
Hey,
yeah,
I know it's an optional roll, but are we doing mercurial magic?
Yes, absolutely. I love mercurial magic.
I did, and the Blade of Atropos spell for me has no mercurial effect.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Maybe luckily, depending on what I would have rolled otherwise.
Right, exactly.
Because
Yeah,
some of them are pretty nasty.
Now, Spence, you see this fabulous display, and you're like, well, I can't be shown up. It's your turn.
Yes. Don't worry. I know that the god Malatok will be with me. And yeah, Dice Station Zebra, totally Ice House, electric blue. Here we go. Ooh, 9, 10, 11. Oh, no. That does not go off.
No, Malatok!
I tried to cast a spell, but I was distracted by the 80s pop tune, and it did not go.
Understood. The doe, after finishing cackling at her little one, is bounding around in amongst you, and she goes after Spence so you can't tell if she was still laughing at her fun or if she's laughing at your failed spell, but in either case, she nips you with a 12.
That does not do it.
Okay, close, but
No cigar.
Get away! You spindly hand her away so that she doesn't actually connect. And then the buck, he's sort of, he sees all this activity, and he begins to frenzy up a little bit, and he goes after Spence Spindlehands again.
Oof.
So
And he rolls a 2.
soak the
Spence,
attack,
you're-
Spence.
I was gonna say Spence is out in the middle,
I know.
missing his spell, and like everything's snapping at him, but he's got some kind of lucky aura around him. And then after a huge yawn from the side of the combat, our elf friend
Yes, you
Amoxidor, what would you like to intervene now?
you ready to pick your moment now?
Yeah, my moment is nigh. So using a two-handed stance, I will wade in on the main buck here. And that is a 20 to hit.
That will definitely, I'm feeling pretty confident about that.
Yeah, that's nice.
I hate when cocky characters can back it up.
I know, right? What the heck?
And that is 10 points of damage
Wow.
from the longsword.
Whoa!
Two-handed sword.
Goodness
You right.
gracious.
That's entirely a stylized combat, right? Like he spent the beginning of the round in some sort of meditation, and then he went through a series of stances, and then he brought the tip through the hide of the stag.
It's going to be subtle, but from now on, you're going to notice Spence kind of standing just a little bit closer to you and off to the side.
And you see a flash in the eyes, like of the deer, like they get a little bit bigger. But somehow, even though this gaping wound has been ripped in him, the adrenaline has him fighting on. As far as the flight or flee response, he has chosen to fight. Gurney, it's back to you.
Excellent. All right. This time, I'm going to roll my attack first. Because apparently I'm going to do 5 or 6 good rolls before I get into the middling ones. That's a 17. Fabulous. Which is actually an 18.
You're probably feeling pretty good about that.
I sure am.
Who were we whacking with that hammer?
Did you roll a die 4? Did you roll your?
I didn't. Allow me to roll a die 4, which I'll do every time. Hey, it's a 4.
Okay, what would you like that for to do? So you get a mighty deed,
That's
which
right.
means, which means you can do many different things. Like it's only up to your imagination. And then I
Oh,
decided
there isn't a table I choose from? I truly was just trying to find where deeds were in the book.
there are some deeds that are in, like you could attempt to cripple, attempt to blind, but the funnest or attempt to knock back, attempt to stun, but the funnest ones are the ones you just come up with.
Well, what I would
yourself.
like to do is to try to force the stag's horns into the ground with my blow. If I could snare its head into the ground.
I love it, and you do so. How much
Fabulous.
damage? Mhm.
The damage is D8, which is a 2. But I also get to do the deed died to the damage.
You
Yep.
keep the same deed die. Don't
Yep,
don't
so that
roll
would be
it.
a
Yeah, yeah.
6.
So that
So
gets
that-
me to 6 damage.
Okay, so you feigning with the shield and coming through with the hammer, you smash the buck's head down into the riverbed, and the antlers plunge deep into the riverbed, and the blow continues on and separates and pulverizes the skull, except for the thicker part of the skull where the antlers attach. So you smash the antlers off. The buck is dead, laying in a heap, and there's a pair of antlers with a hunk of skull and brain matter sticking up out of the riverbed. And one down.
And
Now the fawns.
And Spence subtly like moves actually closer to you now.
I don't know if this is going to affect Spence's behavior at all, but Gurney
You
has a
can
look on
keep
her
Spence
face like
off.
she's
You still
done
have your
something.
shield attack, so you can use that on Spence.
Oh yeah. You still,
I'm currently looking in a way that makes very clear, never successfully done a thing like that before. As the skull cracks, you see a sort of startled recoil, followed by an attempt at being excited. She looks kind of sick. And then she's gonna remember that she has the shield and bat at one of the fawns.
Yep, nipping at your knees. Yes.
Hey, and that is an 8 plus my 4, a 12 to hit. Sorry,
And that
plus
will
my
hit the
1,
fawn.
which is actually a 13 to hit.
So you bash the fawn with the shield.
Fabulous. And I don't actually have the shield's damage.
1d4 plus deed on a shield.
I think that's right.
Fabulous. Okay, that's a 5.
Okay. 5 damage on the little fawn. And
5 damage to Bambi, yes.
this Bambi is rocked back and is in the red. You bashed it so hard it broke the jaw. The deer jaw is hanging down. It mangled some teeth in the wolf part. Blood's coming out of its nose and it's wobbling. Okay.
And yet again, you see a kind of sickened excitement.
And as you stand there in sickened, stunned excitement, the fawn wobbles away from you like one step as it's wobbling, and Spence Spindlehands is sidling up to you, and the fawn rips at Spence's knees again. And this almost dead fawn, again with the 12, which I believe is gonna be okay for Spence,
Yeah,
right?
that misses, and it's fine because actually sickened and somewhat excited is a lot like when Spence goes out on dates.
Spence or the person he's dating?
Yeah, the person he's dating.
Yes. All right. The other fawn wants to come to the aid of its sibling and goes for this crazy pointy-eared creature that has entered the fray and done such massive damage to his daddy. And the little fawn is a 16.
Yes.
All right. So the fawn nips at you for 1 point of damage. A little bit
I'll
of
be stoic.
little bit of thigh chunk out. Might have torn your pants. That won't, or your stockings, whatever else wear. And it's Clangus.
All right, Clangus wants to take this wounded fawn down. I am gonna take a shot in the dark and say that these count as chaotic creatures. Is that fair to say?
I'm gonna say that is a solid assumption.
Wonderful. Well, in that case, the blade of Atropos does extra to hit, but with this roll, I only get a 12 to hit.
And tell me who you were attacking.
I'm attacking the wounded fawn.
The wobbling, you might have already said that. Sorry, 12 for the wobbling fawn. That's
That
a
is-
hit.
Aha! And with that swing, the blade will sink in for... where's my D12? There's a D12. All right. 4 plus caster level points, so that would be 5 points of damage.
All right. You slice right below the eyes and cleave through the skull, and there's a gaping hole. The skull is split in half, and the wolf part and the front of the deer part flop off into the ground, and it immediately drops like a sack of potatoes, dead.
Fate has decreed that this was your day, beast.
All right, Spence.
Yeah. And
Time for a show.
I watched that happen. I'm like, Clangus, you finally found an adversary worthy of your greatness. And I go walking up to the doe is still around, right? The larger deer.
Yes.
All right. So this time I've got my shield ready, my sword. I bash it a couple times. Take this. Probably I was just distracted by the excitement, and I didn't get a really good swing on that. So yeah, that totally misses.
Okay. Again, the doe laughs in her wolf hyena roll and goes immediately to. All right. So once again, pointy-eared creature seems to be of interest, and you can see the look of disdain in the doe's eyes, as if to say to Spence, "Well, obviously you are not something I should be concerned about."
Yeah,
So pounces on Amoxidor for flashing her hubby
Hey,
to the tune of a 15.
15 hits.
Oh, 15 gets it, and the doe.
Vile beast.
And she does 2 points of damage. Her wolf maw tears through part of your sleeve now, and your outfit's getting messed up, and you're getting irritated. All right, and the buck lays there dead. Amoxidor, we are back to you. It is time for you to choose your moment again.
I will. Amoxidor tries to not be distracted from his sword dance. And he continues through attacking the doe in return. But, you know, his complexion has turned a little waxen. He's struggling to keep this cone going. 19 this time.
That is going to be a hit on the doe.
So 10 more points of damage.
wow.
And that is it. You might look a little bit waxen if anybody was watching, but you do a fancy downward dog, dragon, scorpion move and decapitate.
Now, the sword dance is all about precision incisions. So this
so
just
right through the heart.
This just slides through the heart. You hardly see it move, right? There's a few
Nice.
positions, and suddenly zap, right? There's a
Yep.
flurry, a slight spray of blood, and you can see him look disapproving at that splash, right? Like it's not supposed to happen.
And with that,
S S S S W W W W O O O O R R R R D D D. Sword dance.
Sword
the
dance.
gurney, you're up, and the fawn, the only remaining fawn, which is unwounded, at the crumpling of his mother, he begins to spring away, but it is your turn, and you can try and take him out if you wish before he leaps.
No, I'd let a fleeing flee.
All right, so its turn is next, and it bounds off in one huge bound, 12 to 16 feet, and then bounds and bounds. You see the white tail flagging, and then poof, it disappears around the bend and jumps up, out of the riverbed and takes off through the scrub.
I do have a teleport. Would I have a chance to try and catch it with a teleport?
Yes.
So it's forest based.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like walking. Yep.
Yeah. Tree.
Well,
So
so it went out of the creek bed and into the scrub. Yeah, so there are small
but
trees.
I would also have to be next to a tree.
Oh, you are within. You can take your move to run up the bank and grab, or just, it's probably only 10 feet away, 15 feet, and grab a willow tree.
our wonderful judge,
Okay.
can you try turning your camera off and back on?
Oh, what happened
We can't see you.
Yeah.
again? Why does this always happen to me?
Nope.
It's got to be gesticulation based.
I think it's when I touch. I think I touch something on the keyboard or something, and it makes it go out.
There you go.
Okay.
Are we okay, Hayden?
Yep, we got you back.
So I'm going
All
to
right,
try. I'm going to try to guess where it's headed because I won't be able to take an attack on the right after
Got
I
it.
arrive. So I'm going to try to guess which tree it'll pass by. I'm going to try and walk to that tree, but out of sight, so that as it passes, I can make an attack on it.
Okay, very good.
But of course, all that depends on me making this unlikely spell check roll.
Believe in
And
yourself.
because it's the first time I roll, I really want to find out mercurial magic before I do this here. So the mercurial roll is 83. That is blue star. A blue 7-pointed star flares brightly on the wizard's forehead each time the spell is cast. Glaring light 25 feet in diameter per spell level. So,
Good
right.
lord.
So, right. You guys, well, I don't know. Does that happen even if I fail the roll?
I don't think so. I think it happens the first time you cast it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so if I miss this, that I roll this again. Okay.
You'll roll it again.
So I shouldn't have rolled that yet because
well, you just have to roll it again.
Wizard.
Yeah, the first time that you successfully cast it, you'll stick with whatever mercurial you get then.
That's a 16.
You got it.
The caster steps through one tree and instantly emerges from another tree within the same forest up to 1 mile distant.
Holy moly.
And so, right. And so a star blazes out of my head, possibly making it less effective as a sneak.
Actually, what happens is you saw where it was bounding, and it can only go so far. So it's very easy to predict. And how far does the light go?
Said it was a 25-foot light.
Okay, so you're totally within that where you walk out from the tree, and this light beams up like the sun is like it was already bright out. Now it's blinding, and the fawn comes bounding into your sphere of light. And have you ever heard the expression like a deer in the headlights? So it just freezes and stops, and it's staring right at you. It's mesmerized by this ball of light.
Nice. Well, then, right. On my next turn, I will attack it, but I don't know
I think because of where because you sort of disappeared and teleported over there, you are quite separated from the rest of the party. So we're just going to stick with you and the fawn. I'm going to roll for the fawn to see if it remains mesmerized because it comes in the order before you do.
Right.
It's going to be difficult for this. So I'm going to say I got my number. And it does not make it. So it is frozen in place, staring at your light.
Okay, so then I will begin a different dance, the dance of the forest walk. And that's a 21 to hit.
You got him.
Wow.
Right. That's 9 points of damage.
And you tell me how it goes. Just another precision strike.
So yeah, this one is about blocking the airwaves without. The goal is no bleeding, right?
Ooh.
So this goes through the trachea, but sorry, the trachea.
The trachea, yep.
But missing the major vessels, and then you turn and use the weight to now press the carotid against the spine and ease the creature to its passing.
So you do, and it's a bloodless kill. Fantastically done, and I would like to give you an inspiration, a luck token. Temporary luck.
Is this
now
fleeting?
Remember, huh?
Are these fleeting?
Yes, they're fleeting. So a roll
no.
on a d20 outside of initiative, and you give them up. So it's use them or lose them. All right.
We shall call our new companion the Deer Slayer. The mighty Deer Slayer.
Well done. That was a A great show of combat prowess, O Maxidork.
Didn't ask.
I was
Yeah,
just,
I suppose like
I was just getting warmed up. I was just almost ready.
very good. So up now, this is where we are. You've got these creatures. So what are we going to do now?
I think they're fell and should not be eaten. It's a shame. I
Yeah.
suggest we burn them.
I mean, what Spence would like to. He is not a woodsman, but he is curious about I mean, he's never seen an animal like this ever or heard about it. So he's at least, he doesn't want to, I mean, I guess they're pretty pulverized, but he's at least going to try and peek at the corpse.
I'd like the antlers.
Oh,
Yes. So the
you can make a
antlers.
helmet.
They're pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So that's.
I'd knock those off.
Yeah. So Gurney, fleeting luck for you too,
Whew, thank you.
because if Gurney's going to be running around with some antlers taped to her head or something cool like that, I love it.
For now, just on the side. We'll do something with them.
That is fantastic. So what you notice, Spence, is to your you're not a butcher, you weren't a woodsman but I mean everyone that lived in that would grow up the way that you would, I mean at some point or another you're used to cutting up and butchering some meat to some degree, even if it's just because they give you like a half a leg of lamb and you have to eat with your utensils or your fingers off that. What you can tell is that nothing seems to be out of ordinary in the rest of the animal as far as you can tell, and there seems to be a fusing of the anatomy. The animal only has one brain. There's not another brain in the wolf, but I mean it's just like it's like a freakish melding of the tendons in the two jaws, but like once you get past that part of the deer, it just seems to be a deer as far as you can tell.
So really just the upper body, just like the neck and the.
Yep. Somehow, yeah, like in the jaw can open up and distend, and inside there this wolf head protrudes, just like you kind of saw there in the drawing. And there's a second set of teeth that are not, that are meat eater teeth.
Abomination.
Moxor, it seems like the abomination, but well, not so hasty. It seems like the abomination is really from here up. So could we maybe eat like a shank?
No.
Sell it yourself as you wish.
No, it reminds me of when apprentice smiths would try to blend together different types of alloys in a suit of armor. Trust me when I say this, Spence, if you have one chink in the armor that you don, the entire thing will fail to protect its wearer. These things are dangerous and must not be touched.
All right.
And you now have a fleeting luck.
Oh.
Taking it to the hilt with the smithy.
If
Fate decreed that I should get this token.
All right, well, if you put it that way, I guess I'll just keep eating my spongy food of the gods, which I read, apparently the food is not tasty. It's just nourishing. So it's not even that delicious. But,
The aftertaste of dirt lingers on in this meal.
yeah. Oh, well. Okay. Well, I think that maybe there is something wrong up here.
And you do, Rick. I mean, so certainly you have confirmed that some of the strange rumors and wives' tales that you heard in the village must be true, because you heard that there are strange creatures that are not necessarily natural that anyone has ever seen, but only in rumors. No one's ever brought something back to the village and be like, look, this is a deer with a wolf mouth in it. But so now you know that is at least the case. How that relates to the river being dried up, who knows if it has anything to do with it. But I assume that you want to continue on then. So you continue to move upstream, and the sun stays out. It's quite a nice day, and not much changes in the overall. Certainly, nothing changes with the amount of water trickling down. There's nothing changing with the woods or the wildlife. Still, there are birds. Still, you hear frogs. Everything seems to be quite natural from that perspective. And you get to the point where it's getting dark and you would be looking for a spot to set up camp once again.
Well, I guess that it's up to me again. It's up to Spindle Hands to make sure that we're well fed. Stand back, friends. I summon. Oh no, I can only make inedible food. I can make inedible food edible, but I can't make things come out of nowhere. So
I will go back, and I will let you readdress. So if knowing your power, you know that the spell has made, you have to have food to start with, but you know you can purify it or make it edible. So you can change your course of action if you'd like.
You know what? I use that ability just to make sure, like, I go to the river's edge and I scoop out. I know it's like shallow, really like kind of muddy in the middle. I just get us some potable water. I use it to purify the water from the river. We can drink here. You're welcome.
I'd like to make an intelligence roll to forage.
Molotok has purified this water for us.
No, the fates will decree that I find nice edible berries out in the woods.
Yep. So you will make a perception check for that.
Yeah, all right. Intelligence time. It's 2.
Sounds good.
That's a 2.
And Spence, just make me a luck check for the heck of it.
Okay.
Oh, you want to use your luck, Hayden?
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, that would only be a 3.
I found no berries. The fates have decreed that tonight we will be hungry, and we should be grateful. This trial will make us stronger tomorrow.
I do not.
Spence, give me a luck check.
Yeah, I did not make it.
Okay. So, you scoop up a bunch of water and you get some sand and stuff. I was checking to see if you might have got a couple of minnows or some crawdads that you could have a little seafood. But again, it's pretty, the life is really sparse, and you have to find sort of a deep pool to eat where the river makes a sharp turn to even be able to find minnows or anything.
Nope.
Because they've all been, as the river has receded, they've all went into deeper pools to try and stay alive. So you set up camp.
You are of course welcome to break bread with me if you choose.
Oh, great. Yes, please.
What do you have over there?
Bread.
Well, maybe elf bread. Whatever I got 10 days rations when I bought it, but I don't know that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you probably have elf bread and berries. I don't know if you're a meat eater or not. You'd have salted meats, because you were traveling with the caravan when they met you. So yeah.
That looks delicious. I don't mind if I do.
O Maxidor, I am grateful, and I will repay this kindness when fate decrees that there be berry bushes nearby. Fret not.
Whatever fate has in store, indeed.
He's good for it.
So the watch order begins, and who's first?
I think that's Clangus.
Yeah,
Yeah, Clangus the human. Yep.
I rolled a 1.
You
Oh,
rolled a 1.
I
Oh,
rolled a
right.
1.
You had one job.
That's
Do you-
the easiest shift to stay awake for, also, just noting.
Right.
What if I were
Well,
to
that's not an
say
attack, so you guys don't have to give up your temporary luck though, because that was not an attack roll or a spell check.
okay?
Oh, wow.
It's just a random. It doesn't work on initiative either.
Okay,
That was just
well,
a random roll I needed for something else.
okay.
Oh.
All right,
Um,
okay.
And who's after Clangus?
Me.
Okay, Spence. Yeah, you're the one I really wanted, I think, for this particular thing. Roll me a d6.
D6. You got it. That is a 2.
I need you to make me an intelligence check.
My favorite kind of check. That is a 19.
Wow.
Spence is not a charming guy, but he's kind of bright.
And he's probably a bit paranoid. So, you hear movement beyond the ring of the firelight, and you spy shapes moving in the shadows. You immediately kick out to the person close enough to you,
Yes, I do.
and raise the alarm, giving a shout. And all of you will be rolling initiative.
Ah,
We have 10 minutes. You guys want to battle this out, or start the next session battling it out?
we should probably start the next session battling it out.
Yeah, because it may be more. I mean, it might
Yeah.
take,
All
I
so
mean, you
right.
tell us, is this just like a rat?
What do we see?
no, I will tell you. Yep. So I'm going to finish that out now.
Okay.
Before like simultaneous to you seeing the shapes outside of the firelight, what draws your attention is a strange buzzing noise. It's that same buzzing noise from the first night where you saw the little silver flick come out of the river. And as it gets closer, you see 4 enormous flying. First you think, oh, they must be owls, a night bird, because they're huge, like the size of great horned owls, or but you're like, but cognitive dissonance in your mind, you're like, no, owls don't make sound like this buzzing noise. And what you see are giant dragonflies, the size of maybe an eagle, and they have tentacles pouring out from their thorax underneath that are dragging through the water, and the moonlight is shimmering off them, looking like jellyfish tentacles. And there are 4 massive dragonflies dragging the river, but they are attracted by your firelight and they plunge into camp. And that is where we will start next
Wow.
session.
All right.
And by the way, you will all get normal initiative rolls because of Spence's being on the spot. No surprise for the dragonflies. He warned you in time, so all of your initiative rolls will be at full benefit next time when you fight the dragonflies.
Oh, those are cool looking.
Ah, yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Back to our actual window. Alrighty.
Excellent. Well, it's great to be back on the game rotation. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Have
great
fun,
first
guys.
session. That was wonderful. Thank you for kicking us off, man.
Fantastic, Lance.
Thank you,
Yep.
man. Thanks everybody for watching. Oh, hey Danny, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Dice Station Zebra. Jeff, thanks for tuning in from Korea. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll,
All right. Great
we'll
to see
lock
you
in on our
guys.
schedule. Hopefully, we will see all of you in 2 weeks to kick it off with the fight against the Dragonflies. But until then, we always appreciate you guys.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Hi everybody.
See you guys.